Well, Matt, you've had a little time to think about it. When you look back at the game, what do you see? What could have been different? What could you guys have done differently? What might be done?
Yeah, I think we stuck with the game plan. I think we did what we were supposed to do. I think Coach put us in good positions. I think just throughout the game, we just didn't have the same execution that we had from the beginning. We came out hot, came out with a lot of energy. Somewhere in there, we just we backtracked a little bit. We allowed some adversity to hit us, and I responded the way that we should have responded. But like you said, that was last Saturday. We focused on your base this week.
What's a big challenge with a short week traveling down to Houston on Wednesday? Any specific challenges that kind of provides for you guys?
I think it's just like a normal week. I kind of said on Saturdays about the same thing. Just got to make sure that we're more dialed in. You know, you don't have time to waste. Don't have days to lose. Every rep counts. Preparation is a must at this time. You know, the coaches are putting in crunch time just like we're putting in crunch time. You know, they're staying up here late. We're staying up here late. We're doing what we can do, and you know, the things that you have a few days to do over time, as far as putting in your own film study and game plan and stuff for yourself. You know, you have to put in a little overtime. So, I mean, that's just what we're focused on doing.
Coach Craddock talked about how the Houston defense likes to play a lot of players. Is that something that your faster tempo offense can help disrupt by getting plays off quickly and interrupting their substitution?
Yeah, I think it can. I mean, they have some depth, so they want to play different guys. I think if we just keep up our tempo, we'll probably get some times we'll catch maybe 12 on the field, maybe 10. I mean, you know, but I think we just got to do what we got to do, and we got to play fast. We got to play sound and fundamental, and just stay within the scheme.
Cortland Sutton obviously is always going to get a lot of attention, and ECU doubled him up and tripled him on a couple of occasions. Did you see, I mean, he's a young guy, did you see any frustration in the attention that he's getting?
Nah. Cortland understands it. I mean, you know, and I told him that, like I said, after the first couple of games, you know, you're not going to get too many one-on-one coverages anymore. I mean, unless the team is bold enough to say, hey, we think we can cover you, and that's probably a mistake. You'll probably see some teams do that later down the road. There's probably some teams that got some confidence. I mean, it wouldn't be surprised if you see some one-on-one matchup this week right here. But, I mean, you know, the thing is, with Cortland, even if there's a guy on him, he's usually still open. You know, one person on him, he's still open. You know, and defenses know that. That's why he gets double teamed. That's why they do cloud him and triple team him, because they understand that. But no, I think he handled it very well, especially knowing that. Seeing how KT was doing, Kevin Thomas did a really good job. He stepped up when we moved Cortland around. So because of that, Cortland just kept on saying, "Hey man, just keep feeding the rock, keep doing. You know, let's move down the field." Cortland's he's a team player and most always a winner. He's not about 16. He's about the red, white, and blue. So that's really good.
When he gets all that attention, do you have the other guys lobbying you for the ball, saying I'm open over here? Or
I don't know if they necessarily lobbying for the ball. I think every receiver always thinks they're open. I think that's just one thing about the position. Just like every running back, you know, just every time they get the ball, they feel like they're going to score. I think that's what you have to do. You know, you have to have the confidence in yourself to know you're always open. To know even if I don't look open, I'm going to make a play. And I mean, that's what you, as a quarterback, that's what you want from your receiver. That's what you want from your running backs. So not necessarily lobbying, but I mean, we do look to get other people involved in those situations.
Nervous about Xavier Jones gunning for your job after that touchdown throw this week?
No. He says he's coming for it, but I think I'll be all right. I think Zay can throw though. He can throw.
Did you guys break that piece down afterward? Tell him what he did right and wrong on that play?
No, but actually before the play, he told me, he's like, "Hey, don't throw the ball too high and get me hit." I said, "Man, just throw a touchdown." He said, "All right."
Is it a lot of anticipation building when a play like that gets called?
I think the amount of times we rep it in practice, I think no. You know, that's just kind of those things. If we ran it once or twice in practice, then you get a little nervous, like, hey. But I mean, I think that's one of the things. Just like with all plays, I think the more reps you get, the more comfortable you are. So I mean, we ran that plays plenty of times in practice. Zay's thrown that pass plenty of times. I've thrown it to him, and so it was just kind of second nature. I think coach did a good job just getting us a lot of reps in that, so you don't really just feel the anticipation. I mean, you have to feel that little like, man, they don't know what's going to happen, but we know what's going to happen. But you know, just to do a trick play like that and have it come out the way it did, it's definitely satisfying.
You guys have had some really good stretches of play. How frustrating is it to not be able to put four together? Is there anything you can put your finger on as to why it hadn't happened yet?
Yes, I mean, it's definitely frustrating. Like I said, it's because we're so close, and you're seeing something that's there, and it's not like we shouldn't have. We're 1-4. It's not like we don't have any reason why we shouldn't be 5-0. It's just because we didn't execute all 4 quarters of the game. I mean, it's not a game that we haven't been in. It's not a team that we haven't moved the ball on. And like I said, we play great teams. We play one of the hardest schedules in a non-conference schedule you can. But we shot ourselves in the foot, and we've been our worst enemy for all four of those losses. And so that's just one thing that we have to do is we have to figure out what it is that's stopping us. Whether it's negative plays on first down or me taking a sack or whatever it is, we have to see what it is, and we're doing that, and Coach is doing a great job putting us in great position. So like I said, we just have to focus on bringing the energy, doing the execution, and just maintaining what we have, because when we turn it on, we're a pretty good football team.
You mentioned with the short week, you need to take things like watching film on yourself a little bit more. How much time do you spend each week watching film, and what are you looking for when you do?
I mean, I don't know if I can really put a number on it. I watch a lot of it. I watch it in the morning. I watch it in the afternoon. I watch it at nighttime. So I watch a lot. Hours, I guess you could say. And what I watch, I mean, when I'm watching the defense, I just see I like to look for tendencies. Looking at defensive line, looking at linebackers and DBs, seeing when they're going to blitz. Like some teams, they like to cop or drop their defensive ends and stuff like that, and so you can find tendencies. If this guy's hand is down, when do you think he's going to come? A lot of DBs, or a lot of defensive players in general, they think that when they make it look like they're going to blitz, they don't blitz, and so you can kind of see that when guys, some guys like to make you think to try to make you slide in protection, do whatever it is, they try to confuse you. So I just try to see that, pick up on those tendencies, see if we can help put my offensive line in the best position, put me in the best position, see if I need to check in or check out or something. So preparation and film study a lot, so I'm crunching it right now.
Does it help slow down the game when you're out on the field?
Oh,
Do you have
definitely.
an idea?
Yeah, definitely, because you know what they're going to do while they're doing it. They think that, like you said, coach calls a play, our coach calls a play, their coach calls a play, and like I said, when we were in the trick plays, we knew it was going to happen. They didn't know it was going to happen. And when you know what the defense is running, it's kind of like, well, you can't win, and so you think you have a good play, but we have coaches put us in a position to know where I need to go or what I need to do or what I need to get out of or what I need to get into to win on that play. And so that's and I'm not always right. So if they're on scholarship, they make good plays. So but it slows down the game a lot.
Did
Coach
you watch
Morris,
much film in high school, or are you learning that as you go here in college?
I watched a good amount of film in high. Well, not on my own.
Uh-huh.
I had coaches who were with me. I had a couple of really good high school football coaches who really took me under the wing and showed me how to watch some film and watch it with me. But in high school, I mean, everything's so vanilla. People don't disguise coverages. You probably see 2 or 3 blitzes, and it's always on like 3rd, 4th down when they have to blitz. You don't really see defensive coordinators dialing it up. I mean, they probably did like Travis winning 4 or 5 state championship with Coach Morris. Most high school football, you're going to get a cover 3, you're going to get a cover 4, cover 2. You're not going to get too many in-depth things. So I watched a good amount, but I'm learning a lot from Coach Craddock and Coach Morris. Watching with them, starting to see things more in depth, and I think that's helped me a lot.
Because it is something you have to learn to watch it a certain way, right? You can't just turn it on and watch it.
I think in high school you watch film and you watch it and as an offensive player you almost catch yourself watching the offense because you're watching them play other people. You're like, man, that was a play.
Yeah, right.
Man, that was a heck of a runner, a heck of a thrower. But now it's like, okay, well, why did he make that throw? He made that throw because this guy did this, and you watch a lot of things pre-snap. You get to see what they do pre-snap, why they align this way. If the linebacker's over this guard, then that probably means that this guy's coming, or if he's a little bit minus this way, if he's plus that way, if the safety's walk down. You see all these different things and different alignments, and I think just understanding football, knowing that, for most teams, majority of teams want to be fundamental defenses and be gap sound. And some teams aren't, but and those are ones that's really hard to really learn. But for most part, teams want to be fundamental. So you just try to see who has what and know how to beat it.
Coach Morris was talking about before halftime against East Carolina, they scored twice to close the gap. And when they came out in the second half and scored, he said it sort of felt like the air came out of the balloon a little bit on your sideline. Is there anything that you and the other veteran players can do to help a lot of the young guys fight through that, like you did when you came back against TCU?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's other things that we can do. You know, sometimes I have to step out of my frame, I guess you could say. Is I'm not a big screaming, yelling type of guy. I'm gonna go out there and get it done. I'm not gonna yell. You know, I say stuff to the team for every game, but I'm not a big rah-rah guy. And other guys are. You know, that's just not my personality with that stuff. I talk a lot, but I don't do a lot of yelling. But so yeah, I mean, sometimes we have to go to silence and say, hey man, it's not over with. You know, this and this and this, and get it done. And sometimes, a lot of times, you just have to respond. You know, it's not necessarily what you say in your mouth. You just have to go out on the field and respond. You know, when teams make those type of runs and make those type of plays, when you respond, all that stuff's gone. You know, all them cheering and whatever it is, and the doubt. When you respond and you score, or if the defense comes out and they get a stop or a turnover, all that's done. And that's what we have to really work on, is just responding. When those times come, we have to respond. And we've done it a good amount of times this season. We just have to find out what it is consistently do that.
Who are the rah-rah guys on the team?
Oh man, you know, it's mostly defensive players that scream and do this type of stuff. You know,
It's not just something about them, or
I think because on defense, you know, I don't know, it's just a defensive mentality. You know, they go around flying around hitting people and like doing it. You know, offensive players, me personally, I don't like getting hit. So, you know, I'm not the one screaming, but and I think defensive players are a little more crazy than offensive players. But on the team, the rah-rah guys, the yelling guys, I mean, Zach Woods says stuff a lot of times. Justin Lawler, he screams. Offensively, I'm trying to think who on offense would be the rah-rah guy. I'll get back to y'all next time. I don't know. I mean, I guess they might say me, but I don't really rah-rah. I just kind of tell them this is what we need to do and we're going to get it done.
What adjustments, if any, have you made to reduce interceptions?
I guess just being smart. I mean, sometimes you gotta there's sometimes you just gotta take chances, you know. And I think that's the difference between good players and great players, is that understand that you have to take a chance. But I think also the difference between good players and great players is understanding when to take the chance and when not to, and who to take it with and who not to. And from a defensive standpoint too, knowing that there's some guys you want to test, some guys you don't. But I think there's some guys, I think everybody needs to be tested at least once, because you got to see what they're really about. But I think, you know, just staying in the film study, understanding different defensive players. I don't know how many interceptions I've thrown this season, but I threw 2 in the Baylor game. But just tried to really just be smart about my decisions, knowing where my receivers are going to be, knowing where the defense is going to be, just trying to make the right decisions.